Hey guys, how's it going? Brandon here and welcome back you guys to another Pokemon team builder for you all, and this week we are doing Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald with mono water type. Of course that means that all the Pokemon in this team builder are going to have a water typing as one of their possible two typings, so just keep that in mind. But quick disclaimer before we get this underway, this opinion based, it's just the water types that I've grabbed throughout the region and the movesets I've decided to give them. If you want to try this out for yourself, you are more than welcome to choose any water types that you like to use. Of course, Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald being too much water, thanks IGN, that there are plenty to choose from, and I'm sure you can use your favourites and make a solid team out of them. But without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so first on the team, you guys, then we have, of course, our starter, which is going to be Swampert, obviously picking up Mudkip at the start of the game. I apologise if there's a shiny Swampert on your screen right now. For some reason, the sprite that I had for the normal Swampert was all pixelated and it was either shiny, normal Swampert, or Mega Swampert, and I thought, you know what? Shiny looks fine anyway, nice pink boy. But Swampert, of course, amazing one to use through Generation 3. Multiple times I have beat the game by just using a Swampert itself. It's actually the go-to for speedrunners as well, I believe. It's just really good, considering there's no Grass-type gym or Elite Four member in the region. Being only weak to Grass gives this thing really good typing and coverage just throughout the region. In terms of what kind of set we've gone for in this mono-type team, but I've gone with it like a jolly sort of nature. Disclaimer that every single mon on this team has Surf, just because stab, hard-hitting water-type move in Surf, and all of them can get it. This one, but though, is going to be your physical attacker for the team. So Surf, yeah, it's there because it's stab, water-type move, but the other three moves are sort of the ones you're looking at. You're going to be clicking Earthquake a lot with this thing, that's what it's sort of there to do. Brick Break and Return. Return, hard hitting if you get it max happiness, which you should be able to do quite quickly considering it's your starter. Brick Break, bit of coverage, why not? Loads of HP, massive attack. We've gone with the Jolly nature because it's really base 110 attack, so boost up that speed because it's only base 60 to make it a little bit quicker with in-game mechanics and stuff. It means you should be able to outspeed a lot of stuff, obviously depending on level and different things like that. But as you know, Swampert's a fantastic starter to use throughout any of the games, especially Generation 3. It's fantastic. We love him, it's our boy. First team member is Swampert. On to the second team member then, you guys, and we have Toilet Bird himself, the Pelipper, of course. A lot of people don't like this mon. I always have a really funny story when it comes to Pelipper. A lot of you guys know that Emerald was my first game, and my original team was actually run by a Pelipper. Pelipper was my MVP. Surf, Fly, Shockwave, Steel Wing. Fly and Steel Wing are sort of there just for coverage. You're mainly going to be clicking Surf and Shockwave with this thing. Shockwave's actually really nice coverage that this thing probably shouldn't get. But the story always goes that I had a really over-leveled Pelipper that I just clicked Shockwave with non-stop, and it actually worked. I've gone with the Timid nature again. You could go with Modest, but 65 speed, I thought, you know, if you just boost up that speed a little bit, it's going to be a bit more viable. This thing really is kind of just a flyer for the team. If anything, it's something to get early game. It helps you beat Brawly quite easily. It obviously gets you through Roxanne, even though you have a Mudkip as well. Just watch out for the third gym, because, again, Electric hurts, but then fourth gym, Fire, does the job again. Sort of just, it comes back and forth with its uses. You can switch it out for something if you need to, and use a HM Slave for Fly. But I thought early game, it's something just to pick up straight away and have on the team as well. Obviously, Lilycove is a version exclusive, so we couldn't use that. But yeah, so Pelipper's there to pick up early game, sort of use alongside Mudkip, just so you haven't got something by itself. It does the job, it does what it needs to do. It's our second team member, it's Pelipper. On to Pokemon number 3 then, you guys, and we have Tentacool. Now, before you look at this set and you start smashing your keyboards in front of me, Brandon, that's an adamant Tentacool, what the f*** are you doing? Basically, like I said, this team is kind of full. Any mono water type teams, it's 9 times out of 10 going to have more special attackers than physical attackers. The two physical attackers for the team are the Swampert and the Tentacool. Let me explain. Generation 3, of course, typings isn't depending on the move, it's depending on the type of moves. Poison in Generation 3 is physical. So we're using this as our poison type during the game and making Sludge Bomb as hard hitting as possible with an adamant nature to boost up that attack. Lower that special attack. I know we want to use Surf, but we've got 3 other mons rest in this team that are all special attackers that are going to be clicking Surf a lot of time. Toxic Protect. This thing's our sort of wall to other bulky water types with that base 120 special defense. It walls pretty much every water type in the game, and of course if you guys are playing through Emerald, then you're going to be facing Wallace as your champion, and then obviously you've got Juan as the water gym leader, so you've got bulky waters right at the end of the game, so this thing actually does come in clutch if you're playing through Emerald. A fantastic team member to use in any team as your water type if you're playing for the game. Normally Tentacool's really, really good because it's really overlooked at base 100 speed, really, really quick for some reason. And base 120 special defense is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, you try and use a grass type move against this thing and it just laughs at it, even though it's a water type, because obviously it makes it neutral with poison, and then 120 special defense is just ridiculous. So yeah, it's a really nice way to counter grass types as well. It's a really, really, really solid mon. Should definitely be in your mono water type team if you're going through this game. If there's one mon that's not replaceable, it's this one, because again, you're weak to grass, you're weak to electric, base 120 special defense sort of deals with that quite well. Obviously the electric types are dealt with Swampert, but if Swampert's gone down, you need something to take a hit, especially defensively. 100% going to be Tentacool. It's fantastic. Use it if you can. It's Tentacool. On to Pokemon number 4 then, you guys, and we have Starmie. Now, I will openly admit that there is a huge gap in the game between getting Tentacool and Starmie. Obviously, you can't get till Lilycove City, which is actually after the 6th gym, so you are going to have 3 mons for multiple times. Like I said, there's so many water types in this game that you guys can literally pick and grab whatever you want to choose and whatever you want to bring. I'm just giving you guys what I thought would be the best fit for everything, and Starmie definitely fits that bill. It's one of the hardest hitting water types in the game, period. Base 115 speed, base 100 special attack, modest nature, this thing goes in. Surf, rain boosted with Rain Dance, Psychic for stab, and Blizzard. Again, I'll explain Blizzard a little bit more when we get to a different mon. But yeah, just to cover those grass types as well. Really solid mon to use in-game. I wish you could get it a little bit sooner. You evolve it via a Water Stone, which you can't get until you have Dive, which is after the 7th gym. You get the Water Stone on the abandoned ship. But once you have this thing, you can rock it out with Ice Beam, you can rock it out with Thunderbolt, Psychic, Surf, and it just goes in the Elite Four, even though they've got Dark and Ghost. They've got different mons on that team that really don't appreciate Surf in the rain, and if Starmie's leveled up high enough, it will just sweep in the rain. Honest to God, it's so good. If you ever get a chance to use a Starmie in-game, I highly recommend you use it, because, like I said, even like defensively, it's not awful. If its HP was a bit higher, it could take a hit a bit better. But 85 defenses means it can take a hit, especially with the way in-game works and levels and different stuff like that. Obviously, competitively, it's a bit different, but in-game, Starmie works a treat because it's a glass cannon, but can actually take a hit because it's in-game. It's fantastic. Please use it. 4th team member, it's Starmie. On to Pokemon number 5, you guys, and I couldn't really hide this one considering the thumbnail. Of course, we have Walrein on this team. I had someone ask me the other day when I mentioned that I was going to be doing the Mono Water for Generation 3 next. I said, Walrein better be on there. So of course Walrein's on there. A really just water type that you shouldn't avoid when playing through these games, just ever. Surf, Ice Beam, Body Slam, Hail. Hail works in the sense of if your Starmie's gone down, you can't hit get Rain up anymore, get the Hail up and start clicking Ice Beam. Ice Beam in the Hail is going to do a lot of damage. The last one also has Blizzard as well, so that also helps. But this thing's just great. Modest nature to boost up that base 95 special attack speed. You could go Timid if you really wanted to. I feel like this thing has enough bulk that it doesn't really need the speed. Base 110 HP, 90 defenses across the board, so it doesn't need the speed. If it outspeeds, something dies. If it doesn't outspeed, it takes the hit really easily and then kills in return. Body Slam's there just because why not? You could possibly get a power if you need to. This thing just runs through Drake. Like, literally just runs right through Drake really easily. The only thing you have to kind of be aware of is the Kingdra, but even then, you do your levels properly. Kingdra doesn't stand a chance either. Fantastic mon. If you ever play through Generation 3, even if it's Mono Water or not, and you're looking for a different type of water type to use, I know Walrein can be quite late game, it's definitely worth it. 100% give it a go. It's our 5th team member. It's Walrein. On to the final team member then, you guys, and after missing out on him in the Generation 2 team builders with the way just the teams worked out, I couldn't leave him out once again when the opportunity arose to grab him. It's Lanturn. Of course, the water electric typing just really works well in game. You look at those stats on paper and you think, oh god, this thing's awful. Nah, in-game, Lanturn just goes the hell in. Modest nature to boost it up. Like I said, Blizzard works with Hail if you set up that with Walrein. If you set up the Rain Dance with Starmie, Hydro Pumps aren't going to miss and they're boosted. Thunderbolt, Stab, Electric type move of course, and then Surf is right there. This thing's fantastic. In-game wise, one of the best water type mons. It's the reason why it's up there in my favourite. Well, it's my favourite Generation 2 mon, period, just because of how good it is. I love its design. I guess you understand that you get it quite late game because you can't get it until Dive, but you get that full team, you get them leveled up, and all the mechanics and the synergy sort of work together. I know you're using Mono Water and they all sort of do similar things, but I kind of put this team together that they all sort of do different things. You've got the physical attacker in Swampert, You got the utility a little bit in Pelipper with the Shockwave. You got the special defensive wall, toxic hitting water types with Tentacool. You got the really fast, hard hitting with Starmie, and then you got the sort of like the last two bulk with Walrein and Lanturn with obviously the electric type, and then the getting up the hail if you need to and do a different type of strategy. So it all sort of works and comes together. But yeah, I feel like Lanturn is a must when doing mono water, especially if it's available. It's a fantastic one, definitely use it if you haven't already. It's our final team member, it's Lanturn. Alright then you guys, that's going to be it for today's Pokemon Team Member. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to smash that like button down below for a show support towards the channel and the series. Let me know in the comment section below the mono water team builder that you would have put together for Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald. Let me go through that team one more time for you as well. We have Swampert, Pelipper, Tentacool, Starmie, Walrein and Lanturn. If you want to check out any other team builders, check the description down below. You can join our Discord as well. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. But most importantly, subscribe, help out the channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload or a live stream that we do on the channel almost every day. But that being said, I'm going to get out of here and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!